fantasies that I can't understand. I can't be bothered with the teachers, always trying to shape the way I act. I'll set fire to the whole place. I don't even care about our house. It's not the same in here since he left anyways. Always said I was a good kid. Always said I had a way with words. Never knew I could be speechless. I don't know how I'll ever break until you go. We come as far as we ever gonna get, until you realize that you should go. Come in misery where you can seem as old as your omens, and the mother we share will never keep your proud head from falling. The way is long, but you can make it easy on me, and the mother we share will never keep our cold heart from calling. In the dying light, I'm the only one here, and I will cover you until you go. 'Cause if I told the truth, I would always be free and keep a prize with me until you go. Come in misery where you can't seem as old as your omens, and the mother we share will never keep your proud head from falling. The way is long, but you can make it easy on me, and the mother we share will never keep our cold heart from falling. Into the night for once, we're the only ones left. I bet you even know where we could go. When it all fucks up, you put your head in my hands. It's a souvenir for when you go. Come in misery where you can't seem as old as your omens, and the mother we share will never keep your proud head from falling. The way is long, but you can make it easy on me, and the mother we share will never keep our cold heart from calling. Talked ourselves to death, never saying what I wanted, saying what I needed. I pushed you to the edge, never knowing what I wanted, knowing what I needed you to say. Reflections you used to see never look alike to me. Get out, get out, get out, get out of here. Can we get out, get out, get out, get out of here? Good intentions, never good enough. kaleidoscope. You're a kaleidoscope. Will you be my comfort? To peer over and not forget what feet are. Splitting threads of thunder over me. Listen closely, closely to the floor, emitting all its graces through the pores. You make a fine shrine in me. You build a fine shrine in me.
outside. You know I'm ready for anything to happen. Keep this passion, turn it into action. Get me, feel me, want me, like me, love me, need me. Tonight, if you feel my fire, you can't stop desire. Oh, 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 stop desire. Oh, 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 I've tried, but you feel too my fire. You can't stop desire. Oh, 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 stop desire. Oh, 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 right where I want you, back against the wall. Trust when I promise, never let you fall. Right where I want you, back against the wall. You can trust me, I'll never let you fall. Tonight, if you feel my fire, you can't stop desire. Oh, 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 stop desire. Oh, 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 I've tried, but you feel too my fire. You can't stop desire. Oh, 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 stop desire. Oh, 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 tonight, if you feel my fire, you can't stop desire. Oh, 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 stop desire. Oh, oh,
Shadows settle on the place that you left. Our minds are troubled by the emptiness. Destroy the middle, it's a waste of time. From the perfect start to the finish line. And if you're still breathing, you're the lucky ones. 'Cause most of us are heaving through corrupted lungs, setting fire to our insides for fun, collecting names of the lovers that went wrong, the lovers that went wrong. We are the wild youth, chasing visions of our futures. One day we'll reveal the truth, that one will die before he gets there. And if you're still bleeding, you're the lucky ones. 'Cause most of our feelings, they are dead and they are gone. We're setting fire to our insides for fun, collecting pictures from a flood that wrecked our home. It was a flood that wrecked this home. And you caused it. You caused it. You caused it. Well, I've lost it all. I'm just a silhouette on the lifeless face that you'll soon forget. My eyes are down from the words you left, ringing in my head when you broke my chest, ringing in my head when you broke my chest. And if you're in love, then you are the lucky one. 'cause most of us are bitter over someone. Setting fire to our insides for fun, to distract our hearts from ever missing that. But I'm forever missing him. And you caused it. And you caused it. And you caused it.
Cover up, cover up, cover up that you're ruthless. Nobody's ever gonna notice. And I am catching on, and I am seeing red. How about I prove I'm right and raise it overhead? I never promised you anything I couldn't do. We try to bury it and rise above. Bury it and rise above you. You never promised me you would see it differently. Bury it and rise above. Bury it and rise above you. Bury it, bury it, bury it, rise above. Bury it, bury it, bury it, and rise above. Reaching for my resistance. Nobody sees it at a distance. And I am catching up, and I am seeing red. How about I throw my weight and raise it overhead? I never promised you anything I couldn't do. We try to bury it and rise above. Bury it and rise above you. You never promised me you would see it differently. Bury it and rise above. Bury it and rise above you. Bury it, bury it, bury it, and rise above. Bury it, bury it, bury it, and rise above. Bury it, bury it, bury it, and rise above. Bury it, bury it, bury it, and rise above. I never promised you anything I couldn't do. We try to bury it and rise above. Bury it and rise above you. You never promised me you would see it differently. Bury it and rise above. Bury it and rise above you. Bury it, bury it, bury it, and rise above. Bury it, bury it, bury it, and rise above. Bury it, bury it, bury it, and rise above. Bury it, bury it, bury it, and rise above. I gave up on time, just like you said you would. There are tiny cracks of light underneath me, and you say I got it wrong. But I try hard to uncover them. I have somehow got away with everything. Anything you ever did was strictly by design, but you got it wrong. And I go anywhere but there. And you have this belief that you're gonna build what I don't need. And I know I need to feel relief. And I know you'll never fall, but I believe nothing that I'm told. And I know I need to feel relief. I know I need to feel release. Take care to tell it just as it was. Take care to tell on me for the cause. I need so unkind. I will wipe the salt off of my skin and I'll admit that I got it wrong. And there is a gray between the lines. And you have best beliefs that you can build what I don't need. And I know I need to feel relief. And I know you'll never fall, but I believe nothing that I'm told. And I know I need to feel relief. I know I need to feel released. Take care to tell it just as it was. Take care to tell on me for the cause. I know I need to feel released. Take care to bury all that you can. Take care to leave a trace of a man. Wasn't it gonna be fun and wasn't it gonna be new? Wasn't it gonna be different? Wasn't it gonna be true? Didn't you say that? Didn't you say that? Didn't you say that? Didn't you say that? Weren't you gonna be sorry? Weren't you gonna be pure? Weren't we gonna be honest? And weren't we gonna be more? Didn't you say that? Didn't you say that? Didn't you say that? Didn't you say that? All you want is to play out playing God. But I'm falling in, I'm falling out. looking for angels in the darkest of skies, saying that we wanted more. I feel like I'm falling, but I'm trying to fly. Where does all the good go? We're looking for answers in the highest of highs, but will we ever, ever know? And I need you to know I'm not asking for a miracle, but if love is enough, could you let it show? If you feel it, could you let me know? If you feel it, could you let me know? I'm not asking for a miracle. Ask for forever when the end is inside, showing what you want to. We're looking for light inside an ocean of night, but will we ever see it through? And I need you to know I'm not asking for a miracle, but if love is enough, could you let it show? If you feel it, could you let me know? If you feel it, could you let me know? I'm not asking for a miracle. Ask me no questions, I will tell you no lies.
from watching eyes, I blindly rove.